Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. Strange because we are already champion of Italy and we have still 2 games to play. Tomorrow we are playing against Cagliari and we have my friend here, Mo El Tactico. You all know him now, one of the big guests. I don't know if it's a guest because I think it's already his home. It's his home. GJustjuve, the channel is your home. Mo, so welcome back. Guys, I will
Thank
tell you
you.
something. Follow that guy on Twitter because really we already won the Serie A. We are champion. He was, as always, giving me a briefing before going live. The guy was professional, was serious. He was analyzing the game as that our life was depending on the game against Cagliari. Never saw that in my life. So thank you for your professionalism, Mo. I was already partying. I was not even listening to him, but what he explained me was really, really interesting. So I hope you will love also this time the what Mo prepared us. Mo, how are you doing, man?
Very good. I'm very happy, very relaxed. We're champions for ninth in a row. That's amazing. I'm really excited about it. It
Yeah,
was a
and I
tough year.
remember we did the celebration together live.
We did. It was really fun. It was
So
really, really fun.
Cagliari Juve, what are we
Yeah,
going to do? Before you speak, I explain also to the people that are new and that are watching for the first time. We will go through the expected 11 to see what they are reporting to us because we are a few hours too early. A lot can change, and we saw it during the season. We will go through the strength, the weaknesses, and the opportunities that Juventus has, and then we go to the danger, the man that we have to really pay attention to from Cagliari, and finishing with some predictions. That's what we are going to do. So guide me through the game with the expected
sure.
11.
Yeah, let's see first what's at stake here. So for Juventus, that's it. We're done. We can back this. We can either win, relax some players. We have a tough game in about a week against Lyon. So this is really important to keep in mind. No more injuries, please. Cagliari, they're safe. It's 14, sitting 14, so same points as Udinese, and we remember how dangerous Udinese was to us. And they're just above Sampdoria. So, but they played really bad the last few games, lost 3 and tied 3. So this is something to keep in mind, and we'll see why they played that bad. So formation, expected lineup for Juventus, we have in the middle De Ligt and Rugani. This is what Sky is saying. Now, Di Marzio is saying it could be Rugani and Bonucci. And, I would actually go for either. I wouldn't mind. Quadrado, Alexandro in the back. So this is typical. We have Buffon in goal. This is really important. In the middle, the most interesting part is it going to be Ramsey or Muratore? This is also something to
Yeah.
check. And up front, we don't have many choices because one Rabiot, anyways, is suspended, and up front we have Dybala and Douglas Costa injured. Chiellini is a maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, the J medical is again full, so not a lot of choice. Maybe, as you said, Muratore. Was it maybe an opportunity to have players like Olivieri, Zanimacchia, even Peters? But I see that he's not even there. Was it an opportunity to let them play, or you say no? We have to go with the best team possible.
I think it was an opportunity to let them play, especially for players that played nonstop, like this full month and a half. It was really tough. So we need full concentration. We need to avoid injuries. This is the thing that worries me the most. Because
Yeah,
one injury, you lose like 3, 4 games easily 1 week.
I totally agree. What about Cagliari?
Cagliari, now they're playing 3-5-2. It's not their most used. I think they used it 8 times. Normally they use 4-3-3, which they use 11 times. So they're changing a lot. They
Yeah,
have injuries that are really crucial. Nangolan Pavoletti, Pellegrini, Cigarini, and Nangolan is their key player there. So his injury has a big impact on the team.
Yeah, it's
The other, yeah,
how can I say? It's also strange when I see it now because we did a lot of games, ultimately the pre games, and we were speaking about Lazio with a lot of injuries. Udinese, Sassuolo, I believe Atalanta didn't had that much, but even Juventus, a lot of injuries. It's a lot, and it's not a coincidence when you play every 3 days. It's hard. It's hard because it's warm. You don't have the necessary rotation. Then you have weaker players, and we really see it in a lot of teams. It's crazy.
yeah, yeah. And let's remember, a lot of the pitches are not great too. So they're not up to standard. So this
Yeah.
is one thing that can cause also injuries. But one thing that is really important why they're playing 3-5-2 is because Luca Pellegrini is injured.
I wa-
So
I was thinking when I saw the 3-5-2, I was thinking it was because Juventus was suffering ultimately versus a 3-5-2 team like Lazio, Sassuolo, Atalanta. So you say it's not the reason. Cagliari is not
no,
going for the to scare Juventus.
no, not at all. And they've been suffering a lot with this formation. And that's we saw the streak, like 3 losses, 3 draws. He's been injured since July 8th, and it has a big impact on that team.
Okay. What about, and that's something that I always like, the strengths of Cagliari, but also the weakness and the opportunities. Let's start with the strengths.
Okay, so first strength. One thing we said is they like to attack a lot on the sides.
Yeah.
So Joao Pedro here, he receives the ball. They're very quick at transitioning, but you're gonna see not many players go up. So you have Joao Pedro that went all the way down. You have Simeone up there, Rog, Birsa, and Nandes also providing support. So what will Joao Pedro do? Instead of passing to Simeone, he sees Rug on the side. He passes to Rug, who goes all the way uh, to the left side. He doesn't cut back. And then there he sees again Joao Pedro free. So he passes the ball to him and Joao scores.
So that's one action. What they are doing actually, if I go back, because I always like to go back to go in a fast forward.
Mhm.
You see the midfield line. They are really here giving support. Joao Pedro, Simeone. What are they doing? Instead of going central, they go to the left side, to the side of the field, and then when Rog is really in the corner, he give it backwards to Joao Pedro that was able to free himself
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
score. And then we go to the second strength they have, or the second action that you analyzed.
Yep. So this is another example of them going on the sides. Here, Rog, he sees Nandes free. You have Joao Pedro also running. So again, it's 3 against 5, and they always go on the side. So Nandes still goes. You have 2 players on Joao Pedro still, and Nandes continues all the way to the line, and then he cuts back. So he dribbles his player. He sees Joao Pedro is there. He's still guarded by 2 defenders, 2 Atalanta defenders. So what does Nandes do? He cuts inside, and instead of passing the ball to Joao, he shoots. He missed, but this is one of the things that we need to watch out as well. If we
So
let them penetrate from the sides.
So if I compare the two actions, we saw that in the first one they were really going to the left, and then we see it here. I will go back. He gave it back to Joao Pedro that was able to free himself, and actually in the second action that you showed, we really see again here Joao Pedro that really freed himself, but this time
Mhm.
instead of passing, he could have. But you see that you have 2 men here. He decided to go alone. It was a decision, but we see that actually there are two identically action. So that's something that we really have to take care of. And we are always speaking on the left. We don't have that many choice because De Sciglio will just starting to training again with the team, but we have only Alexandro. And then you have on the right Danilo or Quadrado. That's always the big question, knowing that we don't have a lot of offensive solutions with Dybala, Douglas Costa out. We saw Higuain, even after the goal of Bernardeschi, he was not even celebrating. He was holding his knee because he was dead. I believe he will keep Cuadrado for the second half or starting and then entering with Bernardeschi, but I don't see them playing both at the same time. You believe that that can be a danger for us with Alexandro and Danilo, the action that Cagliari are doing?
Well, if they're both Alexandro and Danilo in shape and awake, then I don't think it would be a problem to us because they're both really good at not allowing the players to cut in and pass back, so they can cover well. So I'm not really worried about that.
Where are they bad at? What is the weakness of
Okay,
Cagliari?
so this time I didn't pick a Juventus game as I usually do. I
Why?
picked a Sampdoria game because they're playing 3-5-2.
Okay.
Against us, they played 4-3-3. Here, they're playing 3-5-2. And I want to show you how, with the 3-5-2, they're all over the place. They're not structured. You see the Sampdoria player. He goes on the side. This is their weaknesses on the sides. You see all their players. They have 8 players inside the box. None of
One.
them thought
Let,
of.
let me let me check. Let me check.
Sure.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Yeah. Right. You're right. 8 players in.
In the box. And this is crazy to me. Okay, so and how many Sampdoria players do you have inside? 4, right?
Four.
So the Sampdoria player crosses on top and finds another one on the other side.
So
So
the ball come from wait, let me go back. The ball come from here, from
yeah,
Sampdoria
that's a
up all
defender.
the way here,
Now,
and then
before
we see
before you go, I want to specify one thing that is really important too. If you go back to the previous picture, yeah, Ragazzu, guys, is a forward, a right forward. What is he doing there? He looks lost. He's just walking. I don't know what is he doing there. So this is super weird to me. You have Yonita, that is also a midfielder. He's acting as a defender. Rog is there as well, another midfielder. And you have the two defenders almost next to each other. You have Pakane next to Rog. What are they doing together? This is not the way you should man mark someone. So let's go to the next one, and you're gonna see that Pakan and Walukiewicz, they're both at the same spot. What are they doing? Like this is, it's as if they're marking each other instead of marking other players.
yeah.
There is space between Pakan and Gabbiadini there. And still, the Sampdoria player sees that and he passes the ball on top of these two defenders. And Gabbiadini scores a free header inside the box. Look how many players they had inside, and still he was able to score an easy goal.
So
And you still have, yeah, sorry.
you're
Go ahead.
showing me that it's a real mess, a mess in the defensive organization when they play with 3 defenders. But on the other hand, even if they were with 8 men of Cagliari in the box at that certain moment, you really saw 4 men of Sampdoria also in the box.
Yes.
So they are creating density, and we know that Juventus, especially in the last 10 games, had some difficulties to create density inside the box. Expect when it was
Absolutely.
a corner kick, but do you think that with Dybala and Douglas Costa out, we go in the game that can be an opportunity for us?
Yeah, he can create density for sure. And if you have Ramsey going in as well, this is really important. Matuidi, he could go in and pass back, but his passes are not great. He could still do something crazy and do that. But yes, we need the midfielders to penetrate in this case.
And who can that be with the expected lineup of if Bentancur start again as a playmaker? We know that Matuidi can go for doing density, but not really to be dangerous.
Yeah,
Is Ramsey, if he's a starter, the man that can really goes and help there?
absolutely, absolutely. If he's in form, if he wants to be motivated, he wants to basically remove all doubts about him and all those transfer rumors, etc. He has to play well tomorrow to show that he should be the starter against Lyon.
Before speaking about the dangerous man of Cagliari, who do you believe will do from Juventus side a really great game tomorrow? Oh no, let me start with another question. Do you believe that Juventus will do a great game tomorrow?
Yes, I do. I do. They're gonna play great. If you remember against them at the Juventus Stadium, we won 4-0 hat trick by Ronaldo. So I think that we're gonna do really well because Cagliari, they're not great defensively, and we saw on the sides if we have uh, players that can cut and then pass the ball back, we can score. I know that's a tough one, but they also make a lot of mistakes inside the box, and we could easily get a penalty there.
The man that we have to watch, the danger.
So that's with Nainggolan out, Joao Pedro. Now we know Joao Pedro, he is an average player, he's not great. But the fun part that I want to ask everyone here, if you go on Wikipedia and search for Joao Pedro, this is what you get. Can you find Joao Pedro between all those?
Oh my God! All football players.
Yep. Either Brazilian or Portuguese or from Brazilian or Portuguese origin.
Oh my God! I believe it's the. I have no idea which one it is. This one? No,
No, this one plays at Watford. It's the one above 1992,
this one.
born in 19. Yeah.
Oh my
So
God!
this is something really fun that I found. So
You have if instead of Giuseppe Bognani, my name was Joao Bognani, maybe I became a footballer. Could be.
there you
If
go.
I have
There you
another son, I will call him Joao. Prediction, Mo.
3-0 for me.
Juventus winning 3-0.
Yeah.
Man of the game?
Ronaldo. I think he wants to push and score as much as he can. So I'm saying it could be even a hat trick.
Tomorrow, 2-2 with goal of Bentancur and Higuain. Write it down.
Ooh, okay.
Bentancur, Higuain, 2-goal, 2-2 because Ronaldo will not play. You will see.
Okay.
Mo, thank you. Yeah, I'm going crazy with prediction because I don't care. We already are champion of Italy, so I can do it. I will stop when we restart the Champions League. Uh, Mo, thank you for being here. Thank you for our preparation. I repeat it. Winning the Champions League. I hope so. Winning the Serie A, and you were so professional doing it. Thank you, really.
Well, thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you really enjoy all these tactical moments. So thank you again, and let's meet for the next game and hopefully for the next season as well.
Ciao, Mo, and as always, forza
Ciao.
Juve.